Good evening and bloody welcome to Sinking Island. I don't have much to say, so let's continue where we left off, which is on the roof of the hotel. Jack Norm, using the photo of Walter Jones' face and Hubert de Nolan's testimony, is persuaded that Jones' death was not accidental but very much criminal. So yeah, it was a murder, which we have already established by now. So I don't think that I can do much in the garden right here, but I am gonna head out on the heliport because there is a guy there. There is a reception desk there. So this is the heliport lounges. It is a very big and nice hotel. So yeah, I should go. Where do I end up if I walk right over here? Okay, maybe I will see that guy. Yeah, there he is.
Good morning. Let me introduce myself. Inspector Jack Norm. I'm here to conduct the investigation on the death of Mr. Jones.
Inspector Norm. Very good. Very good. I am Martin Abruzzi, the husband of Sonia Jones, the granddaughter of the deceased.
May I photograph your shoes?
If this will be of use to you, Inspector, go ahead.
So he probably don't
Thanks.
have anything to hide if he lets me photograph his shoes. So let's speak to him if he can stand still for a moment. Stop. Thank you.
I would like to ask you 2 or 3 questions. I'm surprised that Colio, even if he was angry at Jones, was not more grateful for his generosity.
I don't know anything about this, Inspector.
What do these gifts from Jones hide? Why did he want to assure the future of Colio and his daughter?
I was unaware of all of this.
What can you tell me regarding the death of Walter Jones?
Mr. de Noland had us all come together in the restaurant to give us the tragic news. It was a terrible shock for us, as you might suspect. Outside, the storm was raging. Abominable weather. It would have been madness to go out and risk our lives. Because, in truth, we couldn't have brought poor Mr. Jones back to life.
Where were you and what were you doing last night?
I spent the evening at the restaurant with my wife Sonia and the other guests until the departure of Mr. Jones. I returned to my suite at around 10:30 p.m. to read a manuscript, and I soon went to bed. It was Sonia who woke me up to tell me about the tragedy that had taken place.
Okay, so based on what he have told me so far, I don't see him as a suspect.
What was your relationship with Walter Jones?
I certainly won't try to play any games with you, Inspector. And I won't surprise you if I tell you that I didn't have much affection for this man. He was the grandfather of my wife, full stop. That's it. A grandfather who was not particularly likable. He didn't behave very well with Sonia and me, and I have not forgotten. Therefore, his death truly doesn't affect me.
Who is the rightful owner of this piece of chain?
I confess I haven't the foggiest idea.
I'm wondering whose shoe prints these are.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't wear that kind of shoes.
I'm told that an accident left Baina mute. What is that about?
I don't know anything. My wife spoke to me about it. I know that Jones and Baina had a fall together that could have been fatal, but I don't know anything more.
What do you think of Christina?
Christina? A Russian model lost here in Segura. Quite a picture, isn't it? I don't really know her, Inspector. Except, of course, what everyone can see.
And what is that? Ah, she's a gold digger. That's probably it.
I would love it if you could tell me a little about Sonia.
I'm badly placed to answer you with any objectivity, Inspector. Sonia is my wife. Sonia is the woman I love. Sonia is the woman of my life. She is irreplaceable for me.
What do you think of Colio?
I didn't have the chance to spend much time with Colio, Inspector. I don't really know him.
What do you know about Lorenzo Battaglieri?
Delicate question, Inspector. I take Lorenzo to be a whimsical creature, somewhat unreliable, and is commonly considered to be an incompetent to boot.
Okay.
What do you think of Baina?
Baina? The untamed young girl? What can I say? I have the impression that maybe she isn't entirely a stranger to Walter Jones's death.
Why would Baina have something to do with Walter Jones's death?
I know the old man ran after her a little. That surely couldn't have been to her taste.
Baina is, I think, the most suspicious person. Or perhaps her father. He's pretty suspicious too. But did any of them murder Walter Jones? That is the question.
What do you think of the attorney, Hubert de Noland?
I cannot comment on Mr. de Noland for the simple reason that I do not know him, Inspector.
What can you tell me about Marco?
I hardly know my brother-in-law, Inspector, but what I do know of him is very positive. I appreciate him a lot. He is someone to reckon with, as they say.
Did you see anyone at the Tortoise Belvedere last evening, or did anything at all catch your attention?
I'm afraid I won't be very useful to you, Inspector. I had dinner with the guests and with Mr. Jones. I stayed for a bit after the old man had left for his evening walk. It must have been around 10 p.m. Then I went back to my apartment. Well, the suite that was reserved for Sonia and me. It was around 10:30 p.m. I wanted to finish reading a manuscript. I'm a publisher, as you certainly must already know. So I read and then I slept. I confess I was pretty exhausted by the trip.
Do you know anything about medicine?
Of course not.
Too bad. I really need some medical advice. Well, I will wait for the coroner's report. I have to believe you. Thanks.
Yeah, the coroner's report. We still don't know exactly how Walter Jones died. We don't know the cause of death. Yeah, so we really don't know much at this point. Let's compare the recently taken picture with those footprints. There they are, I think. Lorenzo's. Yeah, there they are.
Incorrect match.
So, it wasn't a match. Okay then. My investigation isn't going so great. Let's take a look at the progression. Who was at the Belvedere of the Tortoise on the night of Walter Jones' death? Can I take a look on? No, I cannot. So, as you can see, there are a lot of missing pieces to the puzzle of who murdered Walter Jones. Yeah, so I got a lot of investigation to do. Let's take a look on the characters database. Hubert de Noland, we haven't spoken to him until I arrived. He's on the 15th floor. Marco is on the 14th. I have spoken to him. Baina is in her hut on the beach. Lorenzo is on the 22nd floor. Clara Jones is on the 15th, on the 14th, 15th, and his suite is on floor 20. Maybe I should check out Walter Jones' suite, if it is possible. So let's head back inside. It is a very luxurious hotel, as it seems like, with a helipad and things like that. Let's head up here first. Well, I seem to be able to get in the elevator here as well. So there is a bar here. Maybe I can wet my whistle. Nah, the bar is closed. I can walk up there. Okay, so it isn't anything that I can do at this point. Okay, so let's head to the 20th floor and see if I can gain access to Walter Jones. Well, to Walter Jones' apartment. I will walk to the right of here as well. What is that mark on the floor there? Maybe it wasn't anything. It looked like a skid mark or something, but it might have been some illumination who caused an effect on the floor, so it only looked like it were damaged. Okay, I don't seem to be able to interact with anything here. No. But I guess that some people will go to the bar and maybe sit and drink and smoke and talk later on. So I will probably return here at some point. So yeah, let's go to the 20th floor. And I guess that is Walter Jones' suite right there.
I need a key to open that door.
Okay, and I don't have that key. Let's take a look on the character database again. He's on the 15th floor, 14th, 22nd. So let's go to Lorenzo and see if we can talk to him some more. Because the 22nd floor is the closest to the one we're
Lorenzo
at now.
Battaglieri's office.
Okay then, so let's knock on the door. Or maybe just open it. Okay. So yeah, let's snoop around a little. I'm not sure what I picked up there, but I will check it out soon. So there's a radio here.
The Indian Ocean Weather Center has the following message for you. The cyclone over the archipelago of the Maldives will generate a Class 2 tropical hurricane tomorrow night. This violent storm will sweep from the east to west zone between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. Strong wind advisory. The wind speed forecasted is between 100 and 120 miles per hour. High tide will reach approximately 3 meters. Residents of the zone are advised to exercise the most extreme vigilance. The alert level is raised to orange.
Hi, Jack. It's Winnie Kopp, the helicopter pilot. Can you hear me? We're coming in an hour to get the body. Finish what you have to do, because after that it'll be a party. See you soon.
Okay. An hour, huh? But since I'm playing the adventure game mode, I don't think that time is in effect, as it would be if I played the other game mode, whatever that is called. Yeah, so I think that I will have enough time to unravel the mystery. Well, at least to have time to do what I need to do before they pick up the body. But I don't think there is anything more that I can do to collect evidence from the body. So yeah, I think we're golden. So well, let's try that again. No.
Sergeant Stark here, helicopter AX-330 from the Salé base. Do you receive me?
Captain Clams from Salé base here. I hear you. Over.
Helicopter AX-330 to Salé base. We flew over the zone from Bakinodu Atoll to Mari. The hurricane swept the entire zone away. I saw at least 100 corpses floating.
Oh, man.
I can't tell how many people are injured. It's impossible. Terrible, Captain. Over 100 houses were destroyed. I estimate the number of disaster victims in the zone at around 700. I'm gonna hang up and go back to help the people. Captain, what should we do?
Sally Base to helicopter AX-330. Received. Keep your cool, Sergeant, and continue to fly over the archipelago from east to west. Scope out all the hotspots for me. I will organize 2 speedboats for Zone 1 from Bakinodu Atoll to Mari. Good luck, Sark. Over and out.
Okay, so it is a big storm brewing then. I don't think that I can receive any more radio messages. Let's take a look on in the closet. Okay. I collected a suit. It's right there. Lorenzo's ripped jacket. Okay. Yeah, there is a big piece missing there. And I would guess that it is a match with the piece of cloth there. Let's take a look at the medallion or the medal. 1988. Okay. It's a biathlon gold medal. Let's compare the scrap of gray fabric with the jacket here. So
Correct
it is a
match.
match.
This piece of cloth was ripped out of this gray vest. Lorenzo Battaglieri's vest.
Okay, so that doesn't prove much actually, because the place where I found that ripped cloth was, well, it kinda was near the scene of the murder, but it still was some distance away. But that might mean that Lorenzo is an eyewitness to the murder, because it was a clear lookout from the place where I found the cloth to the scene of the murder. So let's see if we can find Lorenzo and talk to him. This is a strange office. It's some kind of surveillance system. Let's take a look here then. So there's a pen. Okay. And a piece of paper. Drawer with some kind of folder in it. I am picking up a lot of stuff now. Okay, well, first of all, let's take a look on the stuff that I collected. There it is. File on the tower employees dismissal. A file containing an email written by Walter Jones demanding the firing of the tower's employees and account settlements. Can't I take a closer look on it? Yeah, there I am. So, from Walter Jones, sent Sunday, May 21st in 2006. To Hubert de Noland. Subject dismissal procedure. Dear Hubert, work inspection passed by this afternoon to inflict the $25,000 fine on us and to oblige, perhaps, us to legally hire the 9 Moldavian employees as well as triple their salaries. I called the judge, who told me that Maldives SA is behind all of this. The head, perhaps? That arrow is in the on. Now I see what it says there. The head waiter went and complained to him that they work too much, that they are badly paid, and that they do not have any work contracts. In addition, Maldives wants to start a new procedure to obtain the damages and interest that we have not paid following the judgment. You know that they are in cahoots with the judge. He very obediently sent us the work inspectors. I would like you to rapidly pay this $25,000 fine and to throw these 9 ingrates out in the cold. I am impatiently waiting for your return. Sincerely, Walter. So that is no good. Here's Jones Company, Sagora Island, Jones Tower in the Maldives. Okay, tower personnel, financial settlement paid on May 24th, 2006. So there are some names there. Komori Shanka, Simbi Lakhdar, Atif Dambohu, Mehdi Rankivi, Kolama Butor, Nataji Rim, Saria Malia, Wahami Subara, Nadila Luhum, Raymond Polmord. And that's what they their function, what they did. And that is the settlements, how much money each person received. All amounts are in talents. Okay, so it isn't any name that I recognize here. So I thought that perhaps it is an employee who murdered Walter Jones because they got fired. But nah, I don't think that is the case actually. So let's take a look on this one right here as well. The file in which Lorenzo has assembled the documents which link him professionally to this tower. Okay, so Sagora, February 18th, 2003. Okay, dear sir, I have the honor and the pleasure to confirm that your architectural project has been retained for the construction of the Jones Residence Tower. We are thus counting on you, not only as an architect and director of this ambitious project, but also, as has already been said, as the technical maintenance chief for the building and its annexes for the next 10 years. I propose that we meet as soon as possible to settle any and all contractual aspects of our future relationship. Please believe, Mr. Lorenzo, that I wholeheartedly rejoice in our future collaboration. Yours truly, Walter Jones, President General Manager, Jones Company. So we got some more documents here. Reference, restart construction, or ref. I don't know if that is short for reference. Well, anyway, it was stated back in the 12th of December in 2005. So, restart construction, appendix to contract. Dear Lorenzo, further to our last diagnostic regarding the fears that you imparted to me about the instability of the Jones Residence Tower, I have consulted several friends who are experts in the field, and they all reassured me. Our work gives nothing to fear from your seismic prognostics in this region, which is not classified as a risk zone. There is therefore no valid reason to overload our budget by searching to uselessly reinforce the tower's coral foundations with your Venetian concrete miracle formula. I hope that you will be content with my announcement that I would rather consecrate a part of these means and use additional ones to complete our work of art with 10 supplementary floors. I await your plans and your budget for this new installment with haste. As our new letterhead attests, I inform you that the Jones Company now has its headquarters in Sagora. I have effectively succeeded in calming our indigenous fishermen with gifts and new arguments. Here are some good omens regarding our trial against Maldivia SA, who certainly risks to have the judgment overturned by new international property rights, which the Maldives Republic will have to soon apply if it wants to continue receiving IMF funding. Thank me rather than curse me for giving you new means to realize your dreams of being the builder of the future. Yours sincerely, Walter Jones. Okay, so we got this document and another one. Cessation of construction, appendix to contract something. Dear Sir, I would like to inform you presently of Mr. Walter Jones' decision to suspend the construction of Section 2, 10 new floors, which were ordered from you on December the 12th of 2005, and which are today partially executed. This decision follows the observation during the past few months of the development of structural micro-fissures in several months of the development of I have already read that in several sections of the building. We can attribute these defects to you as predictable consequences from your diagnostic report dated January 18, 2006, which was particularly clear on this point. Conforming to your initial contract, we inform you that your mission as master architect of this work ends on this day, but this decision does not at all put into question your functions as building manager. In view of our company's certain passing difficulties, which has been obliged to temporarily separate itself from the essential part of its service and housekeeping personnel, I would like for you to accept a few consequent constraints to this situation. Hoping that we can count on your help and your engagement in this transitory period. Please receive Mr. Battaglieri our warmest wishes. Sincerely, Hubert Noland. Okay. And that was sent in the 3rd of June in 2006. I am not totally sure which year this game takes place, but isn't it in 2006? Or is it perhaps in 2007? Wow, a lot of handwriting here. I'm gonna try to read it. Ask Hubert to order the book Contraire something by Milan something from something editions. Resistance of armed concrete to earthquakes. Remind Simon Cortez, is it? Of the... I'm not sure what that says there. Of the Chernobyl Sea or something like that. For details on their astimigration procedure for the constitution of armed concrete responding to earthquakes, have a digital model of the tower made for this lab, for their lab. It's really hard to see what is written here. It is a bit pixelated as well, so that makes it even harder. Technical problem of existing work. Intervene, perhaps, and reinforce the existing work. Supposes knowing its behavior before reinforcement to something its response, and after reinforcement to validate the effectiveness of the intervention. It's a very delicate diagnostic phase to manage. There should be a precise identification of the something, of the materials and the geometry of the elements in place of plan something. We have two reinforcement scenarios possible. Reduction of seismic loads, amelioration of resistance and or of the work's rigidity, difficult in the in its state. The reinforcement techniques presently available, treatment of the ground, injection, something, railing, etc. Something, reinforcement by addition, coaching. I don't know what that says right there. Brace or trace, wall, buttress. I don't know what that says. Something. Section, augmentation and confinement, projected concrete, glued composite, lining and steel construction, study, creation of anchoring, perhaps, floor, chaining, structure, something, foundation, skeleton, excluded. It's very hard to see what it says, so I have probably missed a lot, but it is something about the structure of the building. And that was it. What is that? Letter from W. Jones to Coolio. List of people on the island and Walter Jones affair file. Okay then. Okay, well, it is time to... Well, let me just take a look on... Nah, it is time to end this episode here. So, in the next episode, I'm gonna see if I can... I'm gonna look on the monitors and see what they show. So, until next time, thank you so much for watching.